welcome back to the Baseball Diaries. So, some news and notes for this true midweek episode. It is Wednesday.
Oh shit! I forgot it was Wednesday. We normally do it on Thursdays.
Yeah, we normally do, but I was like, this made sense.
Yeah,
got some stuff going on tomorrow, and definitely got stuff.
Yeah, it's tough for me on Thursdays. I got work and school. Then I get home, and then we usually start recording, and then it's time for bed, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
I had a lot to do
this
today.
is an early recording for us.
Yes.
So getting into the news and notes, it's been kind of a quiet week. So Trevor Bauer's accuser, one of them, I'm not sure which one. It wasn't the Hill one. It was
the other one. It was
the other one. Mm-hmm. Has been indicted on felony fraud charges. And it's not just for him.
Yeah, she's also accusing somebody else of another athlete for something similar. And so she has been brought in on felony fraud charges.
Yeah.
TMZ posted about it. It's kind of been all over the news. I mean, literally, if you just Google baseball news right now, everybody's talking about how Trevor Bauer's accuser is now being indicted of fraud, how all charges have been dropped against him. He has no pending charges.
He was essentially just calling out Manfred and and I guess all the owners. I mean, at this point, I'm in no position to take a stance on this. I have no idea. He hasn't pitched in the majors in 3 years, so who knows? I mean, but if she's getting indicted on felony, I think it said she was facing almost 16 years in prison. She apparently has done this to multiple men. That's tough.
That's tough. And
the worst part about that is that makes it that hurts every victim that it actually happens to. And
100%.
That pisses me the hell off.
Exactly.
That's so
That's
annoying.
What pisses me off the most. It's not the fact that somebody came out and accused. That's great. If something happens, go out.
You should speak up.
Yes, speak up for others. But now, when something like this happens, it's like you have to. It makes you want or look into other accusers, are they making it up? And you don't want to be in a position to do that as a society. Yeah. That's just bad. And it's unfortunate. It really is that they have sometimes you have to look at those or when someone gets accused of something and you have to wonder is it just a ploy for money?
Yeah.
And
she's done it apparently to multiple men at this point, and that's just horrible. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad she's being charged with felony fraud, but that's the that people are going to be doing the rounds.
Yeah, and people are going to be up in arms that she's getting charged with felony fraud and everything like that. And I just, because people are going to say, oh, well, that's going to stop people from wanting to come out and say something. And I'm like, yes, I understand that point. I understand that point of view. But at the same time, she successfully ruined Trevor Bauer's career. Completely successful.
And apparently she successfully ruined multiple other men's careers. And the fact that she had a track record of doing this is nuts.
Yes.
That's crazy. So moving on from that.
Yeah, I mean,
Darvish.
The only other thing that I wanted to say about that was it's clearly and obvious that this honestly just makes it more clear and obvious that Trevor Bauer not getting a job in baseball to date has very little to do with this. Honestly, at first, obviously it was the reason he could not get a job in baseball was because of these accusations, and I understand that. But now it's kind of clear and obvious that it's kind of he's made some questionable choices throughout his career where people are now not willing to even take a chance on him. So I just,
it's if he's difficult to work with, and it seems like that might be part of the issue.
Yeah.
Okay. And look, you kind of dug your own grave at that point. If that's the reason, I would honestly just come out and say that, because it's at this point, he is getting close to complete legal clearance, or if he's not already.
No, he has complete legal clearance right now.
Well, they should just come out and say it. We don't want you in the locker Like it's just
Yeah.
because
And what's
then
weird about that
then
is,
it just clears up everything.
and what's weird about that is, there were several pitchers in the Cleveland Guardians back then called the Indians, uh, starting rotation and bullpen arms that actually really enjoyed having Trevor Bauer there because they pretty much considered him as a second pitching coach because of how much of a pitching nerd he is. He's the JD Martinez of pitching. Like, the guy looks into every little thing possible to affect pitching. So it's kind of, I mean, obviously he has issues with managers, as Terry Francona can
Oh
attest
yeah.
to. If anybody
Cool.
can, it's still one of my favorite clips ever in baseball history was when Trevor Bauer turns around, throws the ball into center field, and then you just read on lips of Terry Francona, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, oh my god, that was one of my favorite clips I've ever seen. And then the fact he was traded literally the next day. But
You're getting some.
And we lost him.
Oh Jesus. No,
so
I
I'm just
don't
going to
think
move
so.
on from that. Like I said, I don't think he's getting a job in MLB anytime soon or probably ever. And related to these charges or not, that's just the facts of the case. Moving on from there, Yu Darvish is on the 15-day IL for neck pain, which just goes to prove more that I'm cursing pitchers again. Cedric, or I'll move on from there luckily it's nothing with the arm, nothing with the shoulder, so it should be fine. It's just, I don't even know what it really is. Welcome back, Brennan. You're still, now there's 3 of you on the screen. Well, 2.
Jesus.
Okay, now we're good. Now it's gone. So the the Yu Darvish 15-day IL. He'll probably, it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything reoccurring. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a future problem. So luckily, honestly, I don't think he's going to end up actually being on the IL for 15 days. I bet he misses one start.
I think
honestly,
they backdated it. I think it was retroactive.
They did. Yeah, he'll likely miss one start, be back. Johan Moncada had an abductor strain. Shocking. Really. He's always hurt.
That guy's been hurt.
He's always been and unfortunately, an abductor strain, that's a tough one. That's a reoccurring one for hitters, and it's a tough thing to deal with as a hitter. Like, coming back from it's a pain. Not an easy recovery time for him. So I don't see. I mean, he's not going to be out all season, but is he going to be good this season? Probably not, because coming back from that is a pain and a half. I don't know what his stats were up to date. I don't think he was honestly doing that hot anyways.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's been hot since he was a prospect at this point. I mean, if he was decent,
282 batting average, 774 OPS, so he really hasn't been good basically since 2019. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since he's been good. But he was part of that that White Sox core that everyone thought was going to be insane. So,
yeah, he was part of that.
Bob, absolute tragedy that happened with them.
Yeah,
thank you,
thank
you, Ivan Herrera.
All right, there's
the gun off the temple. I'm alive.
Yeah,
the gun was on the temple for a while.
If you're following our Twitter, you will know what that reference is.
Yeah, so we have a constant. We send each other 2 things on basically a daily basis.
Yeah,
and it's a picture of half empty bottle of Jack, a gun on the table, and a hammer beside it, and it looks very blurry, like he's been drinking that bottle of Jack for a while now.
Yeah,
that's usually when our teams are playing. That's what usually happens.
Oh yeah,
and then when we're blowing the Orioles like we usually do on a daily basis.
This is a big Orioles podcast.
Yeah, if we had to choose a favorite team as a podcast, it's clearly the Orioles. It's not even close. Like, the amount of stuff we talk about with Gunnar Henderson is absurd. I mean
we're about to do more of that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna go. I don't think Brendan has taken Gunnar Henderson's nuts out of his mouth the entire season. Like, basically from the start.
If you haven't been paying attention.
True. I mean, the fact is that I had to tell my dad that Gunnar Henderson won Rookie of the Year last year, and he was like, "He did?" And I was like, "Yeah,
it's that good."
Yes, and he's showing it again this year.
Second round pick.
Yep.
29 teams passed on him.
Well, they've
Well,
hit
technically 30.
they've hit on so many like
Their
like
entire
every
infield?
single every single prospect they have, either first round, second round, whatever, has come up and just been the shit. I mean, Adley Rushman, Jackson Holiday is struggling right now, but he'll figure it out.
He's too good to not figure it out.
Gunnar Henderson, second round pick. Ryan O'Hearn. Everybody, like their entire team.
I actually think they claimed Ryan O'Hearn off waivers.
Actually, I think you're right, which is even more absurd.
Because, dude, look at his savant right now.
His savant? Oh, I know.
It is
Blood
wicked.
red. Blood red. He's in the 99th percentile in pretty much every category.
Yeah. And if he's not in the 99th, he's in the 100th or the top 90%.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who else am I thinking Ryan Mountcastle was in their system the whole time.
Mountcastle was in their system. You probably are thinking Mountcastle.
I think I am. Yeah, he was a first rounder. Exactly.
One of the other guys that looks like everyone on that roster.
Yeah, and he's hitting 305 right now.
Yeah.
Like, that entire lineup is just banging and mostly homegrown. Like, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, they had a lineup with Gray Rod on the mound, and it was every single player in the roster was homegrown, which is just, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and not only that, even Cedric Mullins was a 13th round pick.
Yeah.
13th. And he's been consistently absolutely raked.
One of the best center fielders in baseball, and the dude hits.
Yes. I mean, did you see that catch he made 2 days ago?
Full
extension?
God, it was insane.
Oh my God. The guy can play. And to go along with that, going into our next news of it, is Cedric Mullins just hit his first career walk-off home run today. Celebration with the dong bong at home plate, which was just electric.
And again, we're talking about the Orioles so much because
you have to.
You have to. But their broadcast crew, perfect timing on that.
Yes, and I think their broadcast crew, honestly, is my favorite broadcast crew in baseball. It's either them or Dallas Braden alone.
Because I love the Philly broadcast team when Kruk is on it.
Yeah.
Less so when they're away. Because I love the Kruk and Tom dynamic, because Kruk is a national treasure.
Oh, but yes, he needs to be protected at all costs.
Yeah, he is. I'll watch those. Even if the Phillies are getting blasted, he is worth the cost of admission.
Oh, 100%. He's always been that. When he was on the Phillies.
Oh yeah, he's such a clown.
The All-Star game when he's facing Randy Johnson, and first pitch he's takes the helmet off, puts it backwards,
flips
and he's
around.
Nope, I can't. I'm not. He's I can't touch that. He's I don't even want to step in the box.
Yeah, because he gave an interview about that. He said, I said, first thing I said to myself before I walked up the plate was, I just want to make contact.
Yep.
After the first pitch, I said, I just want to leave alive.
And that's honestly how it was facing Randy Johnson. I can't, if I was a left-handed batter, most uncomfortable at bat has to be him.
It would have to be.
Of all time. Because
easily.
He's 6'11", throwing 100 miles an hour, and it's coming out of right field, basically, because he's throwing that 3/4 arm slot, and it's moving at 3 feet.
Dude, and his fastball moves at Mach fuck.
Yeah, it's got to be the most, if I was left-handed and I had to face him, I'd now be a switch hitter, because...
Oh yeah, I'd develop a right-handed stance.
Yeah, because I'd be nope, I'm not getting in the box.
It'd probably look like Ivan Herrera's for me. I'd be standing as far off the plate as I possibly could.
There's no way I'd just throw the bat about. It's not a sword.
If I even made contact, I'd be swinging one-handed.
Yeah. I'd be swinging one-handed, be front-handed, I'd be leaning out over the plate, just and it'd be a fastball that I knew was a fastball. It wouldn't be the slider, because if you threw that slider, I'd be nope, I'm out of here.
I'd be jumping, immediately.
Yep, I'd just leave the batter's box. I'd go stand behind the umpire.
Last bit of news.
Yeah, go ahead.
Josh Hader's broken.
Yep.
Very broken.
And this also lends to any pitcher that I touch breaks. I didn't have him on my fantasy team, but I definitely said multiple occasions that the Astros bullpen is going to be so much better with Josh Hader. I don't think I've had a dumber take in baseball in my entire life, and I pride myself as a man of faith because, good God.
I think so. He's been bad this season. I think he has more earned runs this season so far than he did all of last year, and
That's
obviously that's a problem. But this game was against the Braves.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it is the Braves. But
I would take that one with a grain of salt.
No, so you're 100% right. He tied the amount of earned runs he has.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Today. Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, last year he was literally lights out. He had Jesus. I knew he was lights out, but come on.
I know.
A 1.28 ERA last year.
That's
with 56 innings pitched.
Yeah.
How many? I got to know. 85 strikeouts.
Jesus.
This K per 9 was a 13.6.
Yeah.
That's just unfair.
Absolutely unfair.
So this year, it's dropped down a lot. He's down to, which a lot is, it's still high. It's a 12.9. But it's his FIP shows that he's been getting kind of unlucky. He's got a 9.39 ERA right now and has a 3.64 FIP. So that's pretty unlucky. But I want to know what his ERA plus is. I'm curious.
Yeah, I would check park adjusted. But yeah, while you're checking that, the last point I was going to make about that Orioles broadcast team, like, that was perfect timing. And those guys have been so good, like, the entire year. And while I love Kruk and Tom, like, Kevin Brown and Mac are also, God, they're so good. Like, love listening to them call a game.
So Josh Hader's expected ERA is a 4.49.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. And and what prompted me to say this was on Monday, he gave up 4 earned runs against the Braves to blow the game in 0.1, a third of an inning pitched.
Well, he's also not been given, like, almost any save situations.
No. Well, it got taken away from him because he wasn't performing in save situations.
Not even that. The offense isn't giving him leads. Like, that game against the Braves, they went into that inning, I think it was tied, or they were down.
I think it was tied. I think you're right. I think it was tied.
And it's like, he's being put in these games, and it's like, you're using me to get to extras? Really? And it's like, I don't know if that damages his ego, but it's like, if you're not putting your
to begin the season, though, he was in save situations, and he blew, I think, 2 or 3 saves. So, and that's why we were talking about, like, they're gonna have to switch Presley and put Presley back in that closing situation, which, if anything has been proven, that's the truth. Like, it has to be Presley in that save situation now, because apparently Josh Hader's broken. Like,
and that's the thing. Like, pitching is a huge confidence thing. You know that for sure.
Oh yeah.
But he's got he needs something.
I mean, he's getting touched up is the weird part, because his walk rate almost the exact same as usual. Last year, it's actually lower than it was last year. Yeah. But his home runs per 9 is 1.17.
That's terrible.
Which that's not good.
Especially for a guy that's only pitching 1 inning. You're like, you're likely to give up a home run.
His left on base percentage is 43.1.
Oh.
Yeah, that's literally less than half of what it was last year. And and one thing that does kind of give him a little bit of credence, his BABIP right now, against obviously, 0.44. I'm sorry, 0.444.
Holy hell!
Yeah.
So I guess he is getting dinged a little bit, but
he's getting dinged a little. He's getting there. He's getting hit around, which is weird to say for Josh Hader. Like, it's beyond weird to say.
It's not what you expect at all.
No, I mean, last year had a 5.1 hits per 9. This year he's got a 10.6 hits per 9.
Yeah, doubling your hits per 9 is weird. Like, that.
Yeah, that's strange. Very strange.
Yes, relief pitching can be volatile, but not to that degree.
No, and when you're the best closer in baseball the year before, and then you come out and you're literally the worst relief pitcher possibly in baseball right now. Like, it's weird. It's very weird.
It's very weird. That was the last bit of news and notes.
Yep.
Now we will move on to both of our NL and AL teams. You want to start with your Cardinals, who are currently playing?
Yes, they're currently playing. It's bottom of the 4th. They're up 3-2. Steven Matz is actually doing. I mean, he gave up the 2-run home to Ruiz, but other than that, he's doing pretty well. I think he's. Is that right? Oh no, he's okay. I saw that wrong. He's in the bottom of the fourth with 66 pitches. That sounds right. So right now he's in line for the win. If they win today, will sweep the A's, which they should.
They should.
Every team should sweep the A's. They're not.
They're actively not trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah they suck. So I can't. That's pretty much it. Also talking about with the Cardinals, Steven Matz looks back. I mean, he's been absolutely lights out this year. What's his ERA right now? I could be wrong on that, but I thought
I no, he was I think sub 3 at.
Yeah, he is. He's at a 2.50 ERA right now. So he's pitching well. And then what's even crazier than that one, because the thing about Matz is last year, second half of the season, he was lights out. He was absolutely electric all last year, second half.
Yeah.
First half was brutal, but second half he came along, figured it out. But the crazier one to that is Lance Lynn. Yesterday he went 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And he's at a 2.18 ERA for the season right now.
Yeah, you texted me that last night, and I was like, huh?
with 20 and 2 innings pitched, and 2/3 innings pitched, he's got 19 strikeouts and 7 walks. Lance Lynn looks back, which is insane to say, because he's 30 what? 38?
I think so. I
think he's 38.
I watched the game last night because it was the only late game, and we only had 1 day game.
Yep. Yeah,
because
thanks, Manfred. He's 36. Manfred. Actually, I thought he was older.
I thought he was older.
36, but still, for a guy who last year was brutal, absolutely brutal, and I mean, he was okay in 2022, but his last good season wasn't. It was 2021 was his last good season. So it looked like he was having a steep decline. Maybe the Cardinals have some kind of magic because Lance Lynn's just been nasty.
Whatever you do not pick him up in fantasy. You, specifically. Anyone else, go for it. Who cares?
Yeah. I think I need to be banned from picking Cardinals pitchers because I've also Mariners pitchers because I've doomed them. Just absolutely doomed them.
Yeah. So,
if I want to keep winning, if I want the Cardinals to make the playoffs, I don't pick up a Cardinals pitcher for the entire season.
Yeah, no,
if someone offers me Sonny Gray, I have to turn it down. It could
be
Sonny Gray.
He's looked so good.
He has. He's looked absolutely light. He had another great start against the A's on was it Monday? Yeah, Monday.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Monday. Monday. He's looked like a Cy Young caliber pitcher that he is. He went 6 innings pitched, 4 hits given up, 6 strikeouts, no walks, no earnings again. So, if our fantasy league is listening to this and you offer me Sonny Gray it could be my worst player, I have to turn it down. For my sanity, I have to turn it down. For my safety, I have to turn it down because otherwise, Gun will be to Temple.
Yeah.
And I will probably unload that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about your fills.
All right.
Who've been filling.
Yeah, they have been. The offense for the Phillies, for anyone that's listening that is a Phillies fan or anyone that is listening in general, offense has been bad. Bottom 3 in every category in the NL to start the season so far. I'm dead last in some categories and bottom 3 in every other one. Extra base hits, I think they've had last in baseball for doubles. And it's been a tough watch. Some of the approaches have been bad. However, they have this is like a get right series for them against the Colorado Rockies. And first game was not encouraging. Only 2 hits. 2 runs scored, not 2 hits. But in the end, they ended up winning the game on a Christian Pache walk-off single. And then last night, they actually hit the ball, and Harper finally homered again in a 5-0 win, and Ranger Suarez pitched a complete game shutout.
Shout out Ranger.
Yeah, shout out Ranger. The man is a demon on the mound.
The Lesty.
I do think in our at one point I did say I think he was due for a breakout year,
You did call it.
and it as long as this continues, it looks like the Ranger is
Yeah, I mean Ranger right now has got a 1.73 ERA and already has 1.1 WAR.
yeah
He's 3-0 in starts, 26 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, 4 walks. So he's been
nasty.
He leads the National League in WHIP right now.
He is something else.
Yeah.
And he is so good at fielding his position. I would honestly think he might win a Gold Glove this year.
He should.
The comebackers that he gets, like, it's the most casual, like, the opening inning when he caught the last one right back to the mound. I believe it was off Nolan Jones.
Yeah.
And our radio announcer, Scott Fransky, said, Ranger looks around, surveys the stadium, and tosses to first.
Oh, no. Josh Hader's on the bump. Tie game. Tie game, 9th inning. I'm putting that game on right now.
Yeah, what? We're in the 4th here?
Yeah.
Wait, did he give up the run that tied the game?
I don't know.
Jesus,
no,
wait.
That was the 8th, so.
Wait. Duvall's up. Does that mean he's about to face...
Ryan Presley gave up the run. Dude.
Oh.
And you know what? Oh, my God. Presley has been bad, like, even worse than Hader. He's got a 9.45 ERA right now.
Oh, my God. Is he about to face Acuna?
Hader just struck out somebody. I don't know who.
He struck out Duvall.
Duvall. Yep.
He's facing Acuna. This is live reaction.
Yeah, we're basically live streaming right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 1 second before we go back to the Phils real quick because I wanted to dive a little more deep into the Ryan Presley thing. He's got a 9.53 ERA. Currently.
Okay, so we were very wrong.
That was before last inning. His ERA went down last inning when he gave up 1 earned run.
Okay, so
as a reliever,
we were very
He's got
wrong.
5 2/3 innings pitched. His FIP is a 4.31. His WHIP is a 2.118.
Holy hell!
14.3 hits per 9. Yeah. The Astros bullpen is just broken. Like, all of them. Like, I'm going to look up the expected ERA for Presley because his FIP didn't even show that it was better. His expected ERA is a 4.55. Yeah.
Holy hell.
His BABIP is a 4.71. Yikes is right. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. We cursed the Astros bullpen. We would like to apologize to the podcast. We pride ourselves as a man of faith.
Yes.
Castellanos a drive to left center field. Yeah, that's just bad.
Okay, so he had Acuna 0-2, and it's now 3-2.
Yikes.
You know he walks Acuna. Acuna's taking second.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably taking second and third.
Probably.
And he walked him. Oh, no, he rung him up.
Bad call?
I'd have to see the side angle. It looked like a check. Like I thought.
Okay,
Acuna
so check swing.
Yeah.
I'm a few seconds behind you.
Oh no, he held up. That's a bad call. I just saw the side angle.
From what I saw from the front angle, it looked like he checked it.
Yeah. That's a bad call.
Umpires are bad again. Oh yeah, he definitely checked that. That's definitely a check swing.
That's a bad call.
Ouch. So maybe Hader's getting it back.
With a little help from the first base umpire.
Yeah. He can't get any worse, so.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't hate that pitch selection, especially to Acuna in that situation.
No, I agree. I mean, because, worst case scenario, you walk him. You got a lefty coming up in Michael Harris second. Sure, he's going to take second. Sure, he might take third.
But then you're facing 2 lefties in a row.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind that at all. And if there's a player in baseball that you don't want beating you, it's Ronald Acuna Jr., who literally was last year's MVP.
It's like, in those situations, it's like, why would you throw to these 2 players? Like, Acuna
100%.
or Jordan? Like, Just
You don't throw to them. Like in a situation tie ball game, put them on. Or at least try and get them.
Okay, so clean inning.
Struck out the side.
How about that?
No,
maybe.
Wait, did he strike? Yes, he did. Yeah, he struck out the side. Okay.
Maybe, okay.
And he was 96 on the sinker. Okay.
He hit 97 a couple times.
So I don't mind that. Either way, though, he needs a lot of these innings to clean up his season. Because his season 100%. Stats are screwed at the end of the year. Like,
yeah.
Okay, now you can go back to your fills.
Okay, but yeah,
because Hader's not coming out for a second.
Yeah, no, of course not. However, I will say it was like nice to see them actually hit the ball well last night. Like they were actually making solid contact. And
I wanted to talk about their slash line because I have it pulled up right here.
The team slash line, it's got to be awful.
Batters are hitting 231 with a 304 on base percentage and a 353 slug for a team OPS of 657.
And our record is 10-8. Like we aren't hitting the damn ball. But you know what? You know what it is? Our pitching staff is so damn good.
Zach Wheeler's been Zach Wheeler. He's been what has been advertised.
Well,
Ranger Suarez is having a breakout year.
He has been what has been advertised. However, he's 0-4. So, well, we're 0-4 in those games.
Yeah.
It's just that's mainly on the offense. It's definitely not on Zach.
On the offense because you guys are 23rd in all of baseball in OPS.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's been awful to watch. That's why I have the gun, the whiskey, and the hammer. Because it's like I'm watching. Yeah, go ahead.
Where are they at strikeout rate? They're 11th in baseball in strikeout rate. 11th worst in baseball. And then walk rate, they gotta be down there.
Yeah, I think that one's like 12th. It's bad.
They're 13th worst in baseball, which is actually, better than median or better than average, but still.
Yeah.
That's just brutal. Let's see weighted runs created plus. I'm curious on that.
It's probably not great.
Weighted runs created plus. Oh no, this is just weighted runs created. 68. They're 24th. They're under my Cardinals.
I know.
Wait, I actually have weighted runs created plus here. Now I want to see that because that'll give me how bad. 82 weighted runs created plus. They're not even league average.
I know. I told you this offense has been such a drag to watch, and it sucks. But I'm going to be honest. I do think the lineup will be fine.
I agree with you.
It's just about. I would rather them start fast rather than slow. However, we are off to our best start in 5 years.
That's absurd.
One of our worst offenses.
That's absolutely absurd.
Not one of our worst offenses. One of the worst offenses in baseball.
Yeah. With a team that, if you look at their offense, they're one of the scariest on paper offenses in baseball, no question. I mean, they're up there. Their offense on paper is up there with the Braves, the Dodgers. They're right there. I mean, you guys got Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott is a low point in that lineup, which is insane because he literally led the team in WAR last year. Yeah. Like he's a low point in the lineup, which I'm not knocking Bryson Stott at all. What I'm saying is that lineup is that scary because guys I would put above him in scary factors if I was a pitcher on that day. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, JT Realmuto.
Currently, Brandon Marsh.
I'd put him and Brandon Marsh right there.
They're
currently,
currently
close.
Yes. Currently,
but I would say they're similar. There's like if I'm pitching guys I don't want to face, they're right beside each other, which is crazy because Brandon Marsh is going off right now, and Bryson Stott had over a 300 batting average last year. Like, yeah. So that's the guy. That's your hit. That's your
low point.
Yeah, that's scary. That's a scary offense. Also, I forgot Nicholas Castellanos is another one where I would be like, when he's on, God.
Think about this, because when he's on, he's terrifying. Like, he had 29 home runs last year. Like, and this year, he's just scuffling.
Yeah, he's having a rough year this year.
He's the only qualified hitter in baseball right now without an extra base hit. So think about that. Once he actually starts hitting, because he's
gonna figure it out. I
think part of it is like for him, it's always he's always like rough in the early season, but like
He is.
once he gets to see like Liam comes back and isn't in school, like he just flips a switch, and
Yeah.
maybe that's just being close to family or something like that. I don't
I don't know
know.
what it
I
is.
can't
I don't know.
dive
Yeah.
into his mind, but
No. But
um,
it's another one where like when he's on, he's one of the best hitters in baseball. And
yeah,
like there was a few years where I picked him as my thought, like he's gonna win an MVP this year. Like, and it's never been out completely. Like it's a dark horse pick for sure. But it's not like if he won one, people wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is the worst guy ever to win an MVP. No, it'd be like, no, I mean that checks.
yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, other than that, I think the Phillies are in a stretch right now where they're playing two teams they should sweep,
Yeah.
and they
This should be their time to
definitely,
come back.
yeah, they definitely could sweep them. If they drop one, I'd be like, all right, well, that happens. It's baseball. It's tough
Yeah.
to sweep teams. But I think they should be able to sweep both of these teams without too much of an issue. And other than that, moving on to our AL teams now, right?
Yes.
Oh, what just happened?
There's two guys on top of the fifth,
And no outs.
It's no outs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's not looking good, brother.
And I just picked up Steven Matz. I just picked him up, and I just went through his stat line. He's been nasty. If he gives up the lead, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I can't even fathom what I'm like. Ugh. Cardinals, you frustrate me to no extent.
Yeah.
This should be a series sweep. We are 500 right now, which is exactly the fucking ball club that you built.
Oh yeah,
John Moe. You built a 500 ball club, and we're the only team in the National League Central with a negative run differential right now. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We have a -6 run differential, and if they win, let's say the score ends today, it would be a -5 run differential. The next closest team is the Pittsburgh Pirates with a +11 run differential. I'm calling another season in the cellar. Because also, right now, here's the thing. The offense is not doing what they normally do. I'll agree with that. But Steven Matz and Lance Lynn are pitching out of their goddamn minds, and it's gonna regress to the mean.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I know.
Fucking double? Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, this isn't good.
It's now 4-3. Now it's 4-3, bottom of the fifth.
Man on second.
Steven Matz gives up a fucking double. And likely he's coming out of the game because it's the fifth inning. I'm done. I'm an Orioles fan now. That's what I am. I'm an Orioles fan. Because I look so much like Gunnar Henderson. I play shortstop like Gunnar Henderson. I hit tanks like Gunnar Henderson. I am Gunnar Henderson. And the only difference between me and him is that he's a righty and I'm a lefty. But all I have to say is we've never been seen in the same room together. So
opposite. You actually switched your own handedness.
Yeah. Well, I did it so no one would be on to me. No one knows that I'm actually the shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles.
He does this. He's wait. Moonlights as a podcaster. That's what I was looking for.
People don't understand that Gunnar Henderson is also an intelligent individual who's in law school and currently lives in San Antonio, Texas.
He flies out to Baltimore for games.
Yes, and then he plays softball at night and hits tanks, right-handed.
Gunnar is actually one of the switch hitters in that Orioles lineup.
Yep. If anybody saw the meme that I made today, great. I think it was one of my best works, I have to say.
The Photoshop actually did look it's scarily similar, I'm not going to lie.
I made, if anybody can see this, it's the quote of from Pam from The Office, and it says corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. And she says they're the same picture, and it's a picture of Gunnar Henderson, and then my face photoshopped onto Gunnar Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying I'm him. I'm just saying that we've never been seen in the same room together.
I will say this now. That's a perfect transition point. However, we can't even go to it yet because we haven't touched my AL team.
Yeah, we need to. We haven't touched my AL team either. Well, kind of.
We kind of have talked about them because of the bullpen.
Yeah.
So both of our AL teams are struggling. However, yours is struggling way harder.
Yeah.
Could that be due partially to the schedule? Sure. I mean, they're playing the Braves right now. Yes, they're about to get swept by the Braves. Lots of teams.
Maybe. Oh my God. Negative 2020 or negative 22 run differential.
Yeah,
for the Astros.
It ain't been great. Yeah, that's right.
There's only one team with a positive run differential in that division, and that's the Rangers.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but what doesn't make sense? I mean, the only team with a worse run differential than them is the Oakland A's. In the AL West.
Yeah.
Your team has also got a negative run differential with a negative 15 run differential.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Their offense is terrible.
So yeah, go ahead and go into your M's.
The M's are, I mean, they're 8-10. They're currently tied with the Reds 1-1 after beating. They're actually, if they win today, they sweep the Reds.
Oh,
yeah. So back. They've had a pretty good bounce back. They lost a series to the Cubs, and the Cubs have been pretty good this year.
They're not bad.
Yeah, and as much as you hate that,
yeah, I do.
But their
that's
offense
without Justin Seal.
Their offense actually really they hit really well against Cincinnati in George Kirby's start. 9-3 win. And George Kirby went 6 innings, only gave up 2. Yeah, 6 innings, only gave up 2, punched out 6. So he's had a nice bounce back.
Yeah. Did Castillo go yet?
Castillo, I believe, went against the Cubs, and he lost a close one. He was in that game. He turned in a quality start too. 6 innings pitched, 9 Ks.
Yeah. How many?
2 earned runs.
2 earned? Yeah. So we diagnosed before that. While we curse them, we curse them with unluckiness, not bad.
Yeah. We curse them with unlucky, not bad. They got unlucky, and based on these last 2 starts, the luck is changing.
Yes. Don't touch it. We're going to break it again.
I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah.
But that is encouraging for both of ours, guys. Other than that, Bryce Miller, been very good this year. Logan Gilbert. Lights the hell out.
In fact, I didn't have him in my hot, and I don't think you did either.
No, I didn't.
And it might be criminal that we don't have him in there.
We could put him in a collective hot right now.
Yeah, we're going to put him in a collective hot right now because he is so hot right now.
Currently, he's the ace of the staff with the ERA wise.
A 2.33. Yeah, 2.33. His FIP shows a little bit of discouraging. 3.46, but his expected FIP is a 3.06. So a little bit of a, how do I say, like 2 sides of the coin. Like one's saying that he's an ace, the other saying that he's a good starter. So I don't know what to say to that, but hey, he's been all I have to say is he's been electric.
Actually, I take it back. I was wrong. Currently, Bryce Miller's the ace of the staff. He has a 2.01.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, hell yeah, Bryce Miller. Go you. But yeah, the Mariners, if they sweep the Reds, it looks like they're trending in the right direction. So, not much else to say other than that. I don't know if their offense is figuring it out, but
I don't think so. They're still 25th in baseball based on OPS.
So they're probably not figuring it out. But
regardless of if they figure it out, the one that needs to figure it out is J-Ron. If anybody needs to figure it out, and I sent, I think, an all-time quote yesterday to you? He posted a
Oh my
picture.
god, he's posting like an astrology girl.
Yes, 100%. Like he looked like he's posting like he's got a girl, like he's a girl with crystals right now, and I think he thinks he's slumping because Mercury's in retrograde. And
It's bad.
yeah, I don't know. Like I feel honestly bad for him. I feel like he's in a depression right now. Like
yeah, like, come on, man. Like
yeah,
you can't post like astrology quotes and yin and yang and think that's gonna get you out of a slump. Like that is not how this sport works.
no. If anything, it shows that it's going to get worse.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the post he had was the good, the bad, black dot, or white, black dot for the bad. Then the bad inside the good, which is like the little swoosh thing, or the yin and the yang thing. And then the good inside the bad, the black thing. And then it's like life. It's the balance of the yin and yang. And I'm like, oh my God, man. That's down real bad.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
like, dude, you're down horrendous.
That also wasn't the only astrology girl post he had in that post. Another one, 2 pictures later. Your path is more difficult because your calling is higher. Make it happen. Shock everyone. Yeah,
dude,
that's down bad. That's down real bad.
Dude.
Like, I don't know if he's got a history of posting stuff like that. I mean, he does have Goku as his profile picture.
Oh, he's a big anime guy.
He is a big anime guy.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense. But that's just post that post makes me feel like he is so down so bad. And looking at his other posts, it doesn't look like he does that often. So it sounds like, if I'm judging based on anything, I think he's depressed.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he needs to figure it out though, because otherwise that ends offense, even when he's firing, is less than average offense. No,
yeah, it's not frightening.
Yeah. Even when he's being J-Rod, it's not a frightening offense. So he needs to figure it out, because otherwise they're not making the playoffs.
We can't keep talking about Ty France as potentially being a bright spot. No. Ty France has played, I think, 14 games so far this season. He has grounded into, I think, 6 double plays. Like,
good God.
Oh wait, no. Okay, it's 14 games and 4 double plays, which is an impressive rate. Like
that's yeah.
Like, because of this season, like, he was out for a couple games to start the season, and I think he leads that team and grounded into double plays, which is really ugly.
That's rough.
Cal Riley did homer today, so.
Yep.
But you need, like,
I mean,
J-Rod,
Ty France cannot be the guy, because he's literally got a 655 OPS. He hasn't. His highest OPS year was in 2020. He had an 836. Then it was an 813, 744. Every year he's consistently getting worse. Like,
that's horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not a good look. I mean, last year his OPS plus was still sub average. He was a 99 OPS plus. Right now he's got a 97 OPS plus.
It's like, so, he's in that the Mariners GM was actually deking everyone. His plan is to wait out this year with Ty France and then sign Pete Alonso.
yeah. Which, good God. Yeah,
it would help.
it would 100% help. But do I think Pete Alonso goes there? Hell no.
No.
I don't think there's a chance in hell he signed. And honestly, I understand it's being in where they are located, and it being a very pitcher friendly park, you're gonna have trouble getting big home run guys there.
The ball flies out to right field, like, almost, like, to a point. I think they said it's like the average, like, right-handed hitters can leave the yard with way more ease than left-handed hitters statistically in T-Mobile.
That makes sense.
And, well, oh geez, did Miller just get crushed? No, foul. Okay. But so like,
wait, they gave up another fucking run.
Oh Lord, you might be seeing the end of Tyler right now. But
I'm about to Kurt Cobain this fucking room.
Redecorate the ceilings.
Yep.
But yeah,
so tall fucking Blackburn, you cunt.
But yeah, the Mariners, like, could potentially be in a better situation going into next week with a series against Colorado.
Heyo.
In Colorado. Maybe that'll fix J-Rod.
Season. Yeah.
Maybe that'll fix J-Rod.
If anything can fix J-Rod, it's a series in Colorado.
He might hit a ball 600 feet out of frustration.
That, so that actually reminds me. So there was a time, my younger brother, he like when he played college ball, he was the first year he played was 2020, and
Yeah.
he was lighting the world on. I still to this day swear he would have gotten drafted had it not been for COVID. Like I promise you, he was absolutely lighting the world on fire. Last game I saw him play, he went 2 for 4 with 2 jack to tie the lead or tie the state of California in home runs. He was already leading in batting average, slugging
Jeez.
percentage, stolen base, everything. My brother was playing center field too. My brother was a phenomenal athlete back then. Then next year happens, he breaks his handmate bone in his wrist, has to
Oh,
have
that's
surgery
always
on it,
tough.
and basically the entire next year he was a shell of what he was. Like he didn't hit any home runs that year. Batting average was still there. He hit right around 400. Still had a good overall year, but not that. And then his third year there, he started off the season and he's saying, he's like, I don't understand. He's like, in batting practice, I'm putting balls out every single day. He's like, I'm crushing the ball overall. Like I don't and it was like maybe halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Hits his first home run. The day before he went 0 for 5. And then the next day gets a fastball down the middle. I think 2-0 or 3-0 count. And he puts it to the he hit one of the farthest balls I've ever seen, and he hits it, and you could just see the frustration. Like
Yeah.
I just went over 5 yesterday, yeah, and it's just like oh, and the announcer audibly just goes oh, that ball's gone. Like he's like, well, that's his first home run of the year. He's like, but that's not a rare sighting for Cooper. He's like, I see him take batting practice every single day. He hits him out every single day. He's like, I think that was just a long time of frustration. Finally, amounting to finally hitting a home run.
Yeah.
And I think that's what J-Rod's going to do in Colorado.
Yeah. No, I think it probably will be. I mean, that's the thing. Like, handmade bones with hitters especially, so, tough, when you get hit there. Because it happened to the guy we drafted last year, Aiden Miller. He dropped so far in the draft because people were worried about his hand.
It's hard to come back. Because if you think of the handmade bone is right here in the wrist.
Yeah.
And when you break it, you got to have surgery on it. And the issue with that is it's hard to generate power because people don't realize that when you're generating the power, it's all in that last flick of the wrist, really. I mean, I learned that in college because prior to college, I was never able to put the ball out of the park. And I talked to my college hitting coach, and I was like, I don't understand. I'm 6 times bigger than my brother, but he's got 8 times the power I have. And he's like, you're stopping at the baseball. You're not hitting through the baseball. You need to flick the wrist a little more at the end. Literally changed my power from being a guy who could maybe hit a ball out of the park once in a while to if I get a down the middle pitch, I'm putting it over the left center field fence. It just changed my swing completely. And that's why it's so hard to come back from that injury.
But the encouraging sign, why we were really happy with Aiden Miller. He so far in the minor leagues has 2 homers and just went 4 for 6 yesterday.
Heyo.
Yeah, he was on
That's encouraging.
Fire. So I'm very happy with that because he's still only 19. And
Jordan Walker, if you don't hit a tank here, I'll lose my mind. There's a guy running on first and third. Jordan Walker's up, who I already had on my not list. And
so that's currently tentative.
What?
It's currently tentative.
No, he's been on my not list. He's still on my not list. But he could jump off of it right now with a 3-run bomb. But he's also 1-2 in the count right now, so I don't exactly see it going well.
Wait, is he facing a righty?
Lefty.
Interesting. Because if he was facing a righty, I was going to say low and away slider, and he's swinging on it.
Most likely.
Yeah. Bryce Miller did get out of the inning clean through a really nice sinker to Nick Martini. But I think after that, Cardinals are going to sweep. Steven Matt's back. Lance Lynn's been insanely good. That's what we all discussed already.
Yeah. We talked about the Astros pretty much at length. Did they end up losing that game?
I actually don't know. I was looking at scores for the M's.
Right now they're down 5-4 in the bottom of the 10th. But there's a runner on first and second for them, which is encouraging. And Yainer Diaz is up.
No outs.
Fucker. Jordan Walker, you suck.
Did they intentionally walk Kyle Tucker?
I think that would make. I mean, I bet they did. I would.
It's Rysel versus Yainer and.
Oh, hey, actually, I like this because Rysel's on my fantasy team. Well, this
Well,
could be
you're not
either
going to
really
like
good or
it
really
if
bad.
you're not going to like it if Yainer walks you off. Well, it's a 3-run tank. But yeah, so we're going to go with the hot or not. We have invented some new categories for this right now.
Yes.
So scorching, Gunnar Henderson.
Yes.
Gunnar, 3
yes.
home runs in a row. What the hell are you doing throwing him a strike?
He let off the game with a home run today off Pablo Lopez.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy is just tearing the cover off the baseball. Like,
before today, he had a 903 OPS. Before today, he had a 163 OPS plus. He's a shortstop, guys, and a second-year shortstop.
Yeah, and a guy who couldn't figure it out like halfway through the season last year.
Yeah,
and still won Rookie of the Year.
he's the guy. Like, I am him. He is me. We are the GOAT. And he's going to be one day an MVP player, I believe. I honestly believe he'll win an MVP.
If he keeps up this like the way he's hitting right now, he could be in that discussion this year.
He could win it this year. Yeah, and he's only his second year. He's 23 years old.
Yeah,
that's the only difference between him and I. I'm old. He's not.
But yeah, he's tearing the cover off the ball. That's why he's in scorching. The dude is on literally on fire.
Yeah,
and I mean, if you're a pitcher, why the hell would you throw him a strike? Like,
well, the reason you have to throw him a strike is because batting right after him is Adley Rutschman.
So Rysel did get the save. Jeremy Pena grounded into a double play.
Let's go. So
that pushes the Astros to 6-14,
and they just got swept by the Braves.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but
that's
so like.
Wait. Oh my God. Oh, never mind. That was. I thought so. I see Adley Rutschman got drafted twice, and I was like, wait. I saw a 40th round for the first one. I was like, what? I was like, no, he was a first overall.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to pitch to him because that's
he's
who's batting after him. Yeah. That's who's batting after him. Like that lineup is so.
And Gunnar's gotten better at stealing too.
I know he's got 4 stolen bases this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that lineup is just the reason you have to like. The thing is with their lineup, I had it put this way, and it's actually a perfect way of putting it. It was like they don't have like 1 or 2 guys where it's like a J-Rod or a an Aaron Judge. They don't, or a Pete Alonso. They don't have those 1-2 boppers. What they have is just a team full of Bobby Witt Juniors.
Yeah, it's
just Bobby
every
Witt Jr.
single one of them. Yeah, every single one of them can hit for contact, and all of them can hit for power. Jordan Westberg has been tearing the cover off the ball.
Exactly.
He's actually in my hot list. So.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah.
Well, we can just get into the hot list then because you're already there.
Oh, hold on. Before we get into the hot list, I'm going to introduce the other new category. Drunk Ozuna from the Braves.
Ozuna from the Braves is definitely drunk. He's hitting the ball well, but he's drunk.
He's hitting he's 7 home runs. I mean, he's currently the Braves team leader in home runs.
He hit another one today. He's leading the MLB in home runs.
Oh my God. Yep. Very drunk.
Yep.
Very drunk. He's also contract year. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep his keys away from him. Get him a driver. He's not allowed to drive. Also, don't let him have a girlfriend ever. Or a wife.
No.
Or anything.
No.
I think he has a wife right now. I think that's the one that he beat. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, but very drunk. Very Homer happy. His Savant page is also blood red.
Oh yeah.
But except for his base running value, which makes a lot of sense.
No.
Just look at him, and you'll understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been tearing the cover off the ball, unfortunately. However, now we can move into the hot section. I already said Jordan Westberg. I actually have a lot because
I got several as well.
Jordan Westberg, the entire Orioles offense. Brandon Marsh, who I should have said last week and the week before because he is outrageous. This tweet from April 14th, so 3 days ago. I can't find like the latest tweet. I saw one where it was like comparing his stats to hitters everywhere. He was at on April 14th. He was at a 326 so far this year with a 999 OPS.
Good God.
Yeah, and he is playing Gold Glove defense in left field. He had another outfield assist last night. Gunned a guy down trying for second, threw it right to Bryson Stott on the bag, and it was a frozen rope from the outfield to second base, and another outfield assist for him. So he's playing Gold Glove defense. He is tearing the cover off the ball. He's hitting like a silver slugger. That's an everyday player, Rob Thompson. Just so we're clear.
No, he can't hit lefties.
Can't hit lefties. All right. The Nationals just beat the Dodgers, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They might have taken that series.
They did. They 100% did. They might have swept them. They may have swept them. I'm not entirely sure.
I think the Dodgers won last night.
I'm doing math right now, so that's why I'm struggling.
Yeah.
24 plus 5, 29.
Okay. Yes, the Dodgers won last night. But the Nats, I do believe, took the series. Yeah. Yeah, Nats took the series.
Well, with that being said, because that's a perfect transition into one of my hots, I'm going to talk about this one a little bit. C.J. Abrams is doing it.
I was about to say him too.
C.J. Abrams is doing that thing. He's got a 175 OPS right now from another shortstop. 997. 175 OPS plus 997 OPS. He's got 4 homers, 2 triples, 3 doubles, 298 batting average. Guy's putting together a season. Like, the reason I picked him up on my fantasy team. Look, I told you, I bless hitters, I curse pitchers.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
You really do.
I bless hitters. There's a reason my team is going off hitting-wise. Mookie Betts is going to win another MVP this year because I picked him. But Yu Darvish might be the worst pitcher in the league. Logan Webb, you're cursed. Blake Snell, you're definitely cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, C.J. Abrams is getting it done.
Yeah.
He's and I think did he hit another homer today?
Yeah, he did. Let off the game with a homer.
Yep, that's what I thought I saw. Yeah, so another home run today. So I said 4. He should have 5 now.
Yeah.
He's doing that thing. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yeah, he is. I have 2 pitchers for Hots right now.
Yep.
Brady Singer.
Good one. Good
Brady
choice.
Singer has been nasty this year. I mean, the Royals so far been lights out. I don't know if that continues. I don't know if it continues. However, I mean, it looks like it's a lot of fun. So keep having fun, Royals.
They have the best run differential in the league, or in the AL Central right now. What's a plus 39?
Crazy.
Yep.
Again, no one knows if that's sustainable. However, they're doing their thing, so good for them.
Well, and we said before, that division is open. That division is completely open. Like any one of those 5 teams, other than the White Sox, could win that division.
Yeah. So you got a 4-horse race there because we're also a big Tigers podcast.
True.
Scooble kind of got hit around today.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't. It looked like he was getting unlucky. It looked like a lot of soft contact. So I don't think it's probably a misrepresentation to say he got hit around.
Also, he was pitching against the Rangers.
I know.
It's the Rangers.
I know.
What do you expect? That lineup fucks.
Yeah, it does.
He gave up 2 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings pitched.
Oh, then there must have been with
6 Ks.
Yeah. Oh, so 2 of those runs were unearned because in one of the innings they scored 4.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, no, because I wasn't watching the game, but I saw the tweet from the Rangers actually, and I was like the only ball that I saw hit hard was at Elise, and there were already 2 men on, so I don't know if he walked them or if it was 2 errors.
It must have been something like that because if he only gave up 2 earned runs, 6 1/3, that's still a good start. I mean, that's
a quality start. That's a great start.
Yeah, quality start and 6 Ks. I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah. Again, we are big Turek Scooble fans here. So,
true.
Next hot, Ranger, best pitcher on the Phillies right now. Well, by stats. But I'm still taking Zach. But Ranger's been on fire. And my last hot, Taylor Ward, quietly has been very good. 6 homers so far. But yeah, do you have any more hots?
Oh yes, I got 3 more hots to stay on the same team real quick. this should not have to be said, but I'm going to say it. Mike Trout on the hot list.
Mike Trout,
now, the reason I did not want to put him on the hot list is because it's Mike Trout. It's like seeing him
like,
be
that
hot.
is, like,
it's
obvious.
normal. Like, it's like he's always been this good. But last year, for some insane reason, people got so low on Mike Trout. Like, people were like, "Oh, he's washed. He's not gonna be back." Blah blah.
It's like, think about who you're saying that about.
You're talking about a guy who has 3 MVPs, was runner-up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Last year, or I'm sorry, the 2021 season and the 2023 season are the only years in his 14 years in the MLB that he has not been an MVP candidate. It's just
he
insane.
has
and the only reason
6.4 career WAR.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing to me that I have to do this, but I'm going to. I'm putting him on the hot list because he's got a 1.032 OPS. He leads the American League in home runs, tied with 7 home runs. He's got 10 RBIs, which is just unfortunate for him. He should have 40 because he's that good, but unfortunately, nobody gets on base for him, minus him and Taylor Ward.
O'Hoppe does, but I think O'Hoppe gets behind him.
Yeah. And then
Mickey Moniak hit a homer yesterday for some reason.
Also, it's kind of weird to see with Mike Trout. Is he stealing bases again? He's already got 3 stolen bases.
He's got 3 stolen bases,
Yeah.
which is I was pleasantly surprised to see that.
I would love to see Mike Trout get back to stealing bases because there was a time where he had 30 stolen bases, 29 home runs, 22 stolen bases, 33 home runs. 33 home runs, 39 home runs, and 24 stolen bases. There was a time where he was going to be a guy where you think he could be a 40-40 player.
I was about to say that. Do you think? What if we get a 40-40 season for Mike Trout?
If we get I would love to see it.
I might combust. I think I might spontaneously combust.
My first instinct will be to spontaneously combust. Like, oh my god, I love this. And then I'm going to see that the Angels did not make the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, and you're going to get me pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to find out that they finished last place in the AL West, and I'm just going to be like, why?
If they finished below the Athletics, it would be a damn miracle.
True.
You know
true.
that.
That's true. I was honestly, for some reason, I forgot that they're a Major League Baseball team.
That's fair.
That is beating the Cardinals right now currently.
Yeah. But also Mike Trout currently 1.2 WAR already.
Yeah, and it is less than a month into the season.
Yeah.
On pace. So if he's at 1.2 WAR right now, and it is April.
Yeah.
Let's see. So how many months are there in the baseball season?
Isn't
April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 7-ish months.
7 months, yeah.
So he's on pace for 8.4 WAR. Yeah. I mean,
and the Angels are gonna go 70 and 92.
Yep. I mean, and what's crazy, that 8.4 WAR would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would be his 6th best season in the MLB.
6th? Jesus.
6th. Yeah.
Mitch Garver just deleted a baseball.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Somebody's actually hitting on that team.
Their other catcher.
Yeah. And then also on my hot list, I got 2 pitchers. And I know I said it earlier. I said, fuck you to Paul Blackburn, but he's on my hot list. Because while the A's are not a baseball team. I don't know what they are, but they're not a baseball team, that's for sure. But he, after today's start, has a 1.08 ERA, 29 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts. He's been good. I mean, he's going to be a great acquisition for another team later this season.
He's going to be a Cardinal.
And then he's going to suck.
Sonny Gray's been good.
Yeah. And I mean, so is everybody else. But the Cardinals would do some shit like trade for him and be like, he was great the first half of the year. And then like you look at his career ERA and you're like, hey, dipshit. Last year they had a 4.4. He had a 4.43. The year before that, a 4.28. The year before that, a 5.87.
Reality sets in.
Yeah. Fucking. And he's also 30, which would be actually that's young for the Cardinals pitching staff. That's way too young.
Exactly. He would be the youngest pitcher on their staff.
Yeah. I know.
I saw the gun cock.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to my next hot. I kind of already previewed this one a little bit, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Lance Lynn is on the hot list, and I did not expect to say that once this season.
2.18 ERA, Lance Lynn.
2.18, 20 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 7 walks only. And he just had 7 innings pitched yesterday against, again, it was the Oakland A's, but there's still, he's still got to pitch those innings. Somebody has to.
Yeah, someone has to throw the ball.
Yeah, and it is 6-3 now. Who did it? Who gave up the other run?
Mozeliak, he's coming for you, bro.
Ryan Fernandez. What the fuck, man? It's the Oakland A's.
Mozeliak, he is coming for you.
If I'm ever in a room, I'm not even going to say anything else.
Yeah, no, just take that for what you will.
I just can't.
That was the last hot one you had, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, so moving on to
knots.
A
lot of knots too. I got a lot of knots.
I got plenty of knots. I'm going to start off with the two biggest names. Aaron Judge has been god awful. Oh yeah, he's got a couple blood red things on Savant. It's walks, average exit velocity, and chase rate.
Ew.
And do you want to read off his batting average, or should I?
I got it. 182 batting average, 337 on base percentage, 394 slug for a 731 OPS.
That's awful. That's like a shortstop OPS.
He has 3 home runs right now for a guy who had 62 2 seasons ago.
I was looking at it earlier. I'm trying to see a couple of the guys that he's tied with, and some of the guys he's below. So
he's below Taylor Ward in home runs.
He is below Taylor Ward in home runs. He is tied with Mitch Haniger.
That's not good. Not good.
Mark Canha. Starling Marte. Starling Marte in the year of our Lord 2024 has the same amount of home runs as Aaron Judge.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. And honestly, what's crazy is you look what you thought of Aaron Judge when they got Juan Soto. The only thing you thought of was, oh hell yes, now he has some protection and he's gonna go off.
Soto just homered too. By the way.
Soto's just been Soto.
Yeah. He's also. You want to hear a few that he has less than? And
sure.
I'm talking one less. Shea Langoliers, Eddie Julien, Michael Tolia.
Some of these people that you're saying, I don't even know.
Ellie De La Cruz.
That's not shocking.
Colton Cowser, who just started hitting home runs 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Jordan Westberg, so fine.
Yeah, those ones are alright.
And after that, it's okay, this makes sense. But he's all Michael Conforto in the year of our Lord 2024.
Yeah.
He's tied with Joey Gallo, Willie Adames, Nick Gordon. Paul DeJong has the same amount of homers as him. Paul DeJong.
And I have expressed my not hatred, because I don't hate Paul DeJong. But do I think he was a very bad player? Yes. Every year, the Paul DeJong experiment happened every single year with the Cardinals. And every year, I was like, when is this experiment going to be over? Please, kill this experiment.
Kill it with fire, please.
Yes. He had one good year in his rookie season where he had an 857 OPS. He was an all-star one time. And in that year that he was an all-star, that was 2019. The only reason he was an all-star was because the Cardinals sucked so bad that year that they had to elect somebody to be an all-star, and that's who they elected. And it was him with a 762 OPS and a 99 OPS plus.
That's insane.
He's had above 100 OPS plus in 2 seasons in his entire career.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's what
drove
me insane.
It's some other names on this list that are holy hell. Ivan Herrera, Bretton Doyle. This is bad company. Like,
Yeah, very bad company.
like you're getting close to, like, if Miguel Rojas and Avisail Garcia hit home runs today, they're tied with Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is cold as hell right now. He is not it right now.
Yeah, it's shocking. Like, and you know what? Whatever. Like, that's just like, if it 182, like, dude, does it continue? Probably not. However,
No, God no.
but oh my god.
I mean, we're almost a month into the season.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where, oh shit, I gotta plug my laptop in. Keep talking.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you said, we're almost a month into the season, dude.
I'm really glad I caught that, because that would have been really shitty if my laptop would have died mid recording.
Yeah. After that, Julio Still. We've discussed him at length.
Yeah, we can't talk about him anymore.
Yeah. Like, move on. Do not post any more stuff on Instagram. I just watched him strike out at a changeup away. So cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julio. Rockies' entire pitching staff.
I mean, we could honestly say the Rockies in general. But...
Yeah, the Rockies in general. Logan Allen. That's like the most basic name ever. Cleveland Guardians pitcher.
So, going back to the Rockies real quick.
Yeah.
They have, I believe, yes, they have the worst ERA in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
With a 5.92 ERA as a team.
Oh, yeah, it's brutal.
And then it's not much better with their FIP. Their FIP is a 5.05.
Holy hell, that's terrible.
Yeah. I'm shocked. You want to see the most shocking thing?
What?
They actually do not have, A, they don't have the worst WAR in baseball as pitching. And B, their WAR is actually positive. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. It's 0.3. Yeah.
I mean,
nobody's negative. I'll say that. There's not a team that's negative. But the Tampa Bay Rays actually have a 0.1. Which, am I shocked? Yeah. I'm very shocked.
Yeah, that's not a Rays thing.
No. I mean, I've said it multiple times. Don't even tell me who their team is. Just pencil them in for 90-plus games.
Oh, okay. So, it is the top of the 7th now in this Mariners game. So that means that Bryce Miller just turned in 6 innings of 1-run ball.
Heyo.
His ERA is going to go down further.
Jesus.
That's their 4.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that pitching staff, we never had any concerns about that pitching staff. It's just that lineup.
Yeah.
Which we expected to get better, but they've done the polar opposite.
Yeah. So, yeah. Rockies, bad. Rays, pitching, apparently worse. I didn't even think to add the Rays pitching because it doesn't even seem like... yeah. So, after that, the Guardians pitcher, Logan Allen, he has awful ERA, and they were in on him. Like, they loved him.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And apparently the love was not requited, because he is yikes.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
He's got a 5.06 ERA. His FIP is a 4.93, so it's pretty much the same thing. It's not good. Not good at all.
Good. Then kind of beating a dead horse, J.D. Davis, awful, just terrible overall. And then Alex Verdugo is my last. Not because, good God, has Alex Verdugo been tough. I saw after John Sterling retired, which actually probably could have been a news and notes thing, but a lot of people were saying he watched Verdugo play baseball for like 3 weeks and that was it.
What?
Yeah, John Sterling retired.
No, I knew that. I'm just saying that he watched him for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't give the reason for Alex Verdugo, but like people were like, whoa, he had to watch Verdugo for 3 weeks and that was it.
Yeah, Verdugo's hitting. It's not in the toilet, but it's not good. He's still got a positive. He's got a 120. Yeah, go ahead.
The worst part is the double plays.
Yeah, he's great. He leads the league in grounded into double plays.
Yeah, it's all. I swear every time I've seen like a Yankees like highlight, it's been bases loaded, 1 out, Verdugo at the plate,
And he
grounds
grounds
into
into
a
a
double
double
play.
play. Yep, pretty much. All
So
right.
yeah, that's all I got for my not list.
My
Rip.
not list is I've got some shocking names in there, and I've got some not so shocking names in there. My first one is Victor Scott II. Why are you in the MLB? Why are you in the MLB? You have a .089 batting average and a .288 OPS plus. Or I'm sorry, OPS. He has a negative .8 WAR. It's a month in. It's almost a month into the season, and he's already almost a -1 WAR.
Like a whole win.
Yeah,
It's just so bad.
And the reason we brought him on the team was to get the reason they brought him up was to get stolen bases. He has 2. You can't steal bases if you don't get on base. You're getting on base at a .145 on base percentage, an OPS plus of -19.
The Moneyball Oakland A's would have released you.
Yeah. That's just brutal. Like, absolutely brutal. Cardinals, what are you doing? Send him down to the minor leagues. I know he will be once we get Tommy Edman back and Dylan Carlson back, but still, get rid of him now. There's no point. There's literally no point. We have Ciani. There's a lot of guys that we could put in that spot that are gonna do better than a -0.8 WAR. The next one.
Newt probably has better WAR already.
Oh, I'll guarantee he does.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to look that up because I'm curious.
Because Newt's played, 3 games?
Something like that, yeah. Lars Nootbaar has 0.1 WAR. Yeah. So significantly better. Almost a whole win above replacement better.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's brutal. My next one is similar, actually the exact same bad, according to wins above replacement, with a -0.8 WAR. Nicholas Castellanos.
Yep.
He is on the not list. He is definitely not doing it right now.
Oh, no, not even
he's got a 409 OPS, 16 OPS plus, 11 hits in 65 at bats, no home runs, he has yet to hit a.
He doesn't have an extra base. Yeah. No extra bases.
No extra bases for him. So
he is more likely to figure it out than Victor Scott.
Yes,
far more likely.
Yes, far more likely. And not only is he gonna he'll figure it out for sure, but he's definitely gonna be a big asset to the Phillies, as he has been the last few years. Like he's the reason why they paid him was because he's gonna figure it out. Like, yeah, I'm not worried about him figuring it out. Do not send him to the minor leagues. Let him figure it out at the major leagues. Maybe move him around in the batting order. I don't know. Maybe move him down, move him up. I don't care what you do. Figure it out.
I think they're gonna move him down just because, like you said, the Phillies lineup, you have a lot of guys that you should fear in that lineup, especially if JT has the resurgent season that he so far is. I'm not gonna looks like he's having. JT's been really good.
Even JT's even though last year, JT was a down year. People think it was a down year, whatever.
No, it was a down
He still had a 733 OPS. That's better than. That's still good for a catcher. That's good.
Yeah, for a catcher.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very good.
That's this year's OPS. I'm sorry. Right now he's got an OPS of 733. Last year had a 762, which is good for a catcher. A good, and especially for a catcher with the fastest pop time in baseball.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yeah.
I got Francisco Lindor, who I'm shocked we did not talk about this one. I think we did talk about it a little bit, but I don't think we put him in the not section. I'm officially putting him in the not section.
Yeah.
145 batting average, 477 OPS, 36 OPS plus. He has 1 home run, 2 doubles. And, yeah. 1-1
He got
strike.
juked out of his socks by Garrett Hampson this week. Did you see that?
I did not.
It was terrible. They had him picked off.
Yeah.
And, straight up broke his ankles. It was awful. I was stunned. But.
Yeah, it's been a weird year.
Definitely weird start of the year.
Weird starts of the year for sure. And going along with that list, I have 2 pitchers now. Who one of them was I wouldn't say the ace of the Marlins, but could have been last year had it not been for Esteury Ruiz just being awesome. Jesus Luzardo.
Ruiz?
Yeah. No, not Esteury. You know who I'm thinking. Yuri Perez. I'm sorry.
It's Yuri Perez.
Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Well, yeah, I'm mixing up names. I'm really good about doing that, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I mean, here I have it written down as Jesus Lizard as for Jesus Luzardo.
Well, I mean, makes sense.
I have a feeling that his name from now on to me is Jesus Lizard.
Jesus Lizard.
Jesus Lizard has a 7.65 ERA, 20 innings pitched, giving up 21 hits. He luckily has 21 strikeouts, which is good, but
his
other
whip
than that,
is probably god awful.
1.55.
Jesus.
He's got a FIP of 5.90, so his FIP shows that he's not even just getting super unlucky. He's just bad.
Yeah.
9.5 hits per 9, 2.3 home runs per 9, which is atrocious.
Holy hell.
4.5 walks per 9. Yeah, just bad. I mean, it's fitting because the Marlins just suck this year. But
the best pitcher is Max Meyer, and they sent him down.
Yeah, that's
like
not
I mean,
good.
They said realistically, they were like, oh well, you know, we don't want him to. It's like we want him to get innings and all of that, or we don't want to waste his service time. It's like he's going to pitch in the minors. Yeah. Why would you waste him there? He could potentially get hurt in either situation. Why are you wasting him in AAA? You're not going to keep him for service time since you lost Kim Inge.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably going to trade him.
Most likely.
And you could probably get a haul for him, but, like, you know what? Actually, I'm taking that back. They probably wouldn't because they don't have Kim Inge anymore.
Probably true.
So,
I mean, we've already put the entire Miami Marlins on the not list already this season.
They're in like the seventh circle hell right now.
Actually, yeah. You know what? We made new categories for the hot list. We're putting them in the seventh circle of hell list, which is in the not category. And
for sure,
Joe Musgrove is my other pick for not, and he's flirting with seventh circle of hell. He's made 5 starts, has a 6.29 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 17 earned runs. He's got 11 walks in those 24 innings pitched, which is just not like him. He literally has, so last year he pitched 97 innings and he walked 21. He's over half of that, and it's a quarter of the season. He's also leads the entire league in hit by pitches with 5 guys he's hit by pitch.
Jesus.
And it doesn't get any better with his ERA plus of 65, his FIP of 5.18, his WHIP of 1.767, hits per 9 of almost 12, and walks per 9 of 4.1. And then his strikeouts per 9 has dipped from last year being a 9 to a 7.4. So, yeah, Joe Musgrove has not been good this year. The fact that he's 2-2 blows my mind. The games that he gave up, or the 2 games that he won, they must have scored 12 runs for him.
Yeah, I don't know, but like,
that's just brutal. And it doesn't, and with his FIP being the way it was, shows that it's probably going to stay that way.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, he's not showing signs of improvement.
No, not at all.
He's in fact showing up like sharp regression right now.
Yes, which is shocking for what he's been throughout his career. He's always been a good pitcher, and this has been one of his worst years to date. And
worst years so far. Okay, so would it shock you to know that he actually has a quality start?
No, I wouldn't say it would shock me.
Okay, wait, he actually has 2 in his last 3.
Okay, so it's 2 in his last 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so then maybe he just got absolutely rocked the first two outings and then figured it out from there.
Maybe. Because his last start, he went 7, gave up 7 hits, and 3 earned runs, and he walked 4, and only struck out 3. So, like,
it's kind of like he figured it out.
While in name, it's a
quality start, but I would not be happy with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be thrilled.
No.
But they got the win. They were playing Milwaukee.
Okay. But shockingly, their offense has been insane this year.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, they might be on the Sun list.
Yeah. Bryce Terang leads the league in stolen bases, which I didn't see.
No, I didn't see that coming.
So, and then the game before that, he played the Cubs, and he went 4, gave up 5 hits and 4 earned runs and 3 walks, 5 strikeouts.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
I don't. It's not. No.
yeah, no, it's like he's almost emulating last year Nola,
Yeah.
which I mean, I guess they are kind of similar in a way.
They are. I would.
But yeah, I just didn't see that coming. You're not gonna love who the first quality start in the last 3 games was.
Wait, what?
So on in the last 3 games. So he started games on the 15th.
Oh, it was the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals.
Yeah.
6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
Which is not shocking because the Cardinals' offense has been absolutely atrocious this year. In fact, they could be also in the 7th circle of hell list, honestly, in my opinion. Because minus Wilson Contreras,
Nope.
minus Wilson Contreras, Newt's been okay. I'm blanking right now. Oh, Mason Wynn. Mason Wynn's actually been hitting well. Minus like those two, it's been bad. I mean, Nolan Arenado's finally starting to figure it out, it looks like. But overall, not good. Same with Goldie. Goldie's kind of been in the toilet. Oh, also, I forgot. Ivan Herrera's been raking, too.
Yeah.
So, other than those
runs
three...
as Aaron Judge, dude.
Yeah. Now, my last knot is the Houston Astros. I said Astros?
Yeah, Astros.
The Houston Astros. Their pitching staff.
They don't get
sucks.
the S.
They don't get the S, no. They're the Astros. They don't get the S because they don't get any fucking saves. That's why.
Good one. There we go.
Thank you.
That's the episode title. We've stolen the S from the Astros.
Because they never get saved.
They're just the Atro.
Yep, the Astros, because they don't get any saves. Overall, 2nd worst ERA in baseball. 2nd to only the Colorado Rockies.
That's horrid.
Yeah, with a 5.39 ERA. Now,
Jesus.
I'm gonna split it up again. Let's go starting pitchers. And starting pitchers, they are 26 in all of baseball with a 5.13, which is bad in general. We expected that. We expected them to have a bad starting. Well, you expected it. I was a little more optimistic. And the guys that I was optimistic on have actually been doing well with Framber, but Framber just got scratched. And Christian Javier, who's been actually pretty electric.
Yeah.
But then their bullpen, 28th in baseball, with a
Jesus.
5.72 ERA.
Holy
So,
shit.
Guess that, and actually, shockingly, that's above the Colorado Rockies. Or, I'm sorry, worse than the Colorado Rockies. You're not going to guess the 2 teams that are under them. One of them you'll probably be able to get.
2 teams that are under them.
We deemed them to the 7th circle of hell like 30 seconds ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Marlins.
Yeah,
Marlins
the Marlins. Yeah.
Now, the one under that,
I
could give you 30 guesses, and I think you would get this wrong.
Oh. Now I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. Because they never have a bad bullpen. Ever.
It's the Rays?
The Rays have the worst bullpen in baseball right now with a 6.27 ERA. Which is the most shocking thing I think I've ever said in my entire life.
I think if we're gonna, like, a collective not, like, and we're talking you're about to be freezing warning. Tampa Bay has to be on that list. Because
for their bullpen specifically, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Their lineup's doing their thing, but their pitching staff, like, that's worrisome because they're normally guys that could just that franchise historically has been one where they could just plug and play guys.
Yes, 100%. I mean, historically their bullpen. I applied for a fellowship with the Marlins, right?
Yeah,
and they had a question that they had to ask. They were like, if you could answer a baseball, or if you had a baseball answer or a baseball question that you wanted to ask, and you wanted to figure out tell us what that question is and what you would do to fix it. And my question was, with bullpens being as volatile as they can be, is from year to year, you don't know what you're going to get. Even with the best bullpens in baseball, you still you can. I mean, look at what's happening with the Astros bullpen right now, with three guys who have historically been amazing. You just don't know. The one of the teams that you think of every year for having a good bullpen was the Rays, and I said if I were to build a team, if I was trying to build a consistent bullpen, I would look at the Rays because they've done it consistently with different guys every year. Every year they have different guys that get it done. I mean, it seemed like Diego Castillo was the guy for a while. Then it became Pete Fairbanks. Then it became like every year it's like they have a good bullpen. And honestly, I still think by the end of the season they'll probably have the best bullpen in baseball again, or at least close to it. Because if you look at their ERA, and I looked at like literally for like the past 10 years, and I believe they had the lowest ERA in the past 10 years for bullpen.
That tracks.
Yeah, because every year they get some guy. My main reason I like to think of them is like because A, they don't pay anybody, so they definitely are not paying bullpen arms, and B, they have a weird philosophy that works where they get guys from all different arm angles. They got one guy from here, 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 and they just mess with hitters' timing all the time.
Yeah,
and so that hitters are not getting close to a same look by a pitcher from one guy to the next. So that's why, like I said, them being last in baseball, actually, you know what? I'm putting them in the freezing list because that's not only that bad, that's a 6.27 ERA. And FIP doesn't get it much better with a 5.29.
Dude,
no, 5.99. Sorry.
Fairbanks has a 7.50 ERA right now. He has 3 saves and 1 loss. His WHIP is 183.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. I remember early, like, one of our earlier episodes, we were talking about how Phil Maton was the most obvious sub-2 ERA guy. I'm looking his up right now.
It's bad. It's bad. I remember
10.29!
Yep.
Holy hell.
Yep. I knew that one was bad because I saw it the other day. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, Jesus, dude. His Savant page is ugly.
You know whose baseball Savant page is definitely not ugly? Mason Miller from the fucking A's. He's pitching right now. And
he's nasty.
Yeah. He's going to make a great acquisition to the Astros
He's a Philly.
Didn't I say he was a Philly last time?
Yeah, you said he was a Philly last time. Dude, his xERA is better than his actual. By almost a full run. No, by a full run. His xERA is 1.14.
Wait. His xERA is 1.14?
Yeah.
And his ERA is what?
2.25.
Oh, for Mason Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Phil Maton again. I was
God, no.
I was like, no. Jesus. Yeah, he's nasty. He just walked the first guy, but it looks like he's got some control issues because I think he just threw 4 in a row balls. But when you're throwing 100 and have a wipeout slider, so he has the most pitches over 100 miles per hour this MLB season with 44.
Yeah.
Dude, the next closest is Michael Kopech with 32.
Also, is Michael Kopech a bullpen arm now?
I don't know. I don't know.
I legitimately have no idea. Like
the issue is that the issue is he's on the White Sox and they're basically irrelevant. So don't care.
They're probably just experimenting.
Yeah, let's see what happens because they suck.
Yeah.
Well, I think that concludes my not list.
Yeah,
and also I added a frozen Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
And Seventh Circle of Hell with who do we put in the Seventh Circle of Hell?
Marlins.
Oh yeah, the Marlins. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Kopech's a reliever now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
He's pitched in 8 games. He only has 10.1 innings. That's probably why he's throwing 100.
I don't hate that, actually. I really don't. I actually like that a lot.
Well, I mean, he was a decent starter. He gave him length.
Yeah.
But
I think with him, he's someone that you... Jesus Christ, Mason Miller.
Is he missing the zone, or...?
No, he just blew a fastball right by Mason Wynn.
That's just mean.
Yeah. Yeah, a little tardy. It was basically in the batter's or the catcher's glove by the time he swung the bat.
I
Jesus.
think it's going to be tough to be on, to catch up to 104.
He was down on velo there. He only threw 100.
Oh.
Donovan made contact, but popped out.
Yeah. Well. All right,
Yep.
that's all I got.
Yep.
So
That's all we got.
But yeah, you want to do the outro real quick?
Oh yeah. Like and subscribe on Instagram at the Baseball Diaries. Like and subscribe on Twitter at the BB Diaries. Talk some shit to Brennan because we're just talking shit to each other at this point.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but
it is. But we need more input. Like and subscribe on YouTube at the Baseball Diaries Pod, and then on Spotify, the Baseball Diaries.
Oh yeah.
All right. Later, everybody.
Peace.